Why can't we talk about without getting kicked off of YouTube? Now, I'm not saying Hitler was a good guy, but I kinda wanna know why. Now there's all these conspiracy theories, and the more they talk, I think maybe they're right. But I can't even listen to the convo. I can't even have the conversation without getting canceled by the left and the right.
All right. So she wants to talk about God, and she makes the things drop. She makes the viewership drop. She wants to talk about Jews. She wants to talk about the conversation, and Pierce Morgan's going to allow her to do so. Pierce Morgan is going to allow her to do so.
Piers Morgan says, Pearl Davis is the self-styled anti-feminist influencer who's creating major buzz online with a contrarian view. She's appeared in a couple of debates on this show. It's called Uncensored After All. We welcome any honestly held opinions. But this week, she's facing a major backlash for posting a song titled Why Can't We Talk About the Jews, which she dedicated to far-right commentator Nick Fuentes before later deleting it.
Why can't we talk about...
Look at that face. Hold on. Look at that face right here.
To deleting it.
Shock. Awe.
Why can't we talk about without getting kicked off of YouTube? Now, I'm not saying Hitler was a good guy, but I kinda wanna know why. Now there's all these conspiracy theories, and the more they talk, I think maybe they're right. But I can't even listen to the convo.
Well, Pearl joins me now, along with the New York author and founder of End Jew Hatred, Brooke Goldstein, over in the States. All right, Pearl, you've come on the show a couple of times, right? We've had some spirited debates about feminism and stuff like that, and I thought you've made some good points, and it's got lots of traction. Then I wake up the other day and I see this thing that's trending involving you doing this song, and I couldn't really believe what I was watching. I didn't know why did you find it funny?
Huh?
Did you find it funny? I mean, you know the backlash to it. I mean, you deleted it. You obviously thought you shouldn't have posted it. Why did you do that? Genuine question.
I mean, the point was more about cancel culture and people getting kicked off of social media. If you finished the song, it was more about, like, you can't talk about this topic without being canceled by the left and the right. I don't really have a strong opinion either way. It was kind of just like tongue in cheek. I didn't really expect it to get that crazy. It wasn't dedicated to anyone. I don't know why they say that, but that's not true.
I mean, Nick Fuentes is a white supremacist. He's a Holocaust denier. He said afterwards that you had dropped a diss track on the Jews, which he clearly took to be something which was, mocking Jewish people, talking about, I'm not saying Hitler was a good guy, but I want to know why. What do you want to know why?
Well, it was more like, why can't we talk about it? It wasn't like...
You talked about the more conspiracy theories you've...
See, my problem is when people do stuff like this, when people do stupid, idiotic, without thought things like this, is one, because they believe online you'll never get pressed about stuff. And then I hate when they get checked about it and they don't want to stand in what they're saying. I don't think that they're going to stand in their beliefs. And I mean, I'm looking at it right now. I don't think that they want to stand in their beliefs, stand in what they're saying, whatever. If Pearl had a way of like switching over to a different side of the media, or the different side of the content with this recent rebrand, she's doing a bad job. She's killing it already. She's gonna wedge herself so far right that she's gonna end up in the same corner as Nick Fuentes. And because she is a woman, she'll definitely get less traction because of it. And that's just being real about the situation. But if you're gonna make a statement or a stance or whatever, stand in it. Because she didn't have to make that video. You didn't have to make that video, and then to play as if, well, I didn't really mean it or think that or what. No, that's crazy, bro. Stand in it.
Heard about Hitler and the Holocaust, presumably.
I'm a fan of conspiracy theory. Like, you know, people think I'm part of the CIA. There's a whole conspiracy thing online. And, you know, I'm not for like silencing it either way. The point of the song isn't like I really have an opinion on the matter. It's more, I don't think we should ban people off of social media. So far so that I don't even, like, I think it should be illegal to ban anybody off of social media unless they're inciting violence. That was the point of the song. I'm not really, it was more like tongue-in-cheek.
But just to be clear, what are the conspiracy theories surrounding Hitler, which you feel the more you hear them, the more you're interested in them?
Well, I don't know because I can't hear them.
Huh?
I don't
well, you
know
know the ones that Nick Fuentes.
Well, I wasn't even talking about Nick. I was thinking of Ye, to be honest. I don't know why they put that Nick was the inspiration for that song.
She's doing a good job avoiding these questions.
You are aware of the big backlash to this and the deep upset from the Jewish community.
I certainly am now. I just posted that song and I woke up and I was like, article. I was like, golly.
Right, but are you sorry?
Crazy. You know, I think that, like, my whole point was that cancel culture is wrong. I am not speaking one way or the other about the issues. My question is, why are we canceled for talking about certain topics?
So you would allow Holocaust deniers to have space on social media to promote Holocaust denial to millions of people? You have 2 million people who subscribe to your YouTube, right? That's a big audience of people.
I'm not at 2 million yet. I'd like to be.
Right, but you have a lot of people that follow you on various social media platforms.
Yeah.
You put a video like that up, and there are going to be some impressionable young minds going, hang on, what's Pearl saying? Adolf Hitler? Not saying he's a good guy, but I want to know why. The more conspiracies theories I hear, the more I have to think about it. But I took that to mean that you agree with Fuentes.
And if we go down what conspiracy theories Kanye's talking about, what Nick Fuentes is talking about, Holocaust denial, the numbers, where it started, the actual killing of the people, why they were killed, et cetera, et cetera. There's a bunch of different Hitler-based conspiracy theories. And obviously, there has to be something that Pearl is thinking of. And the fact that she can't answer that, to Pierce's point, is crazy. I just Googled conspiracy theories about Hitler. What do you think? He's alive? You know, still? Or he escaped? There's a bunch of different. There's a Wikipedia page. Conspiracy theories about Adolf Hitler's death. Like you could talk about any of these things. There's a bunch of conspiracy theories. So what exactly is she talking about here? When is she talking about?
Why did you cut off the end of the song? I said, but we can't even have the conversation.
What is the conversation you want to have?
Without being canceled by the left and the right. The point is any speech.
No,
I think
it's not any speech. It's not any speech. What is the conversation about Hitler and conspiracy theories and the Holocaust that you want to have?
I don't want to have any conversation. My lane is feminism. That's what
you're singing about Adolf Hitler.
Can I finish?
Yeah, but you are singing about Hitler.
Okay.
You do want to have that conversation.
It's the way she
I want anybody that wants to speak on social media to be able to speak about what they want to talk about,
including Holocaust
without getting banned. Whatever they want to talk about,
including Holocaust denial.
If they want to talk about that, as long as they're not inciting violence, I think people.
Of course, they're inciting violence. They're inciting a hatred of Jewish people.
Social media is the new town square. Right? You used to be able to go and say your opinions in the town square. Now we have corporations censoring what can and cannot be said. And I think that's wrong. I think that should be illegal.
Well, let me bring in Brooke, who's been listening to this. Brooke,
I don't necessarily care.
Understands why.
I don't necessarily care what Brooke has to say here. I just wanted to bring up the fact that we can see that she's spiraling. We can see that she's, going off the deep end. We can see that a lot of things are happening. I don't know if she's trying to. I don't know where she's actually trying to go with this. Because if you wanted to get into the Nick Fuentes camp, you would go all the way into that camp. You just would. I really can't even say what the play is here from Pearl. She did a job. I'm not gonna say it was good, bad, or indifferent, but she did a job at trying to avoid it. She truly has to understand that if you want to have these conversations, be ready to talk about them. She could have talked about any other conspiracy theories, any other conversations that we can't talk about. She has to talk about. There's other things that you can talk about. If she felt so strongly about that freedom of speech or whatever, why didn't she talk about 9/11 conspiracy theories? Why didn't she talk about that? If she truly felt so strongly about these things, why wouldn't she talk about 9/11 conspiracy theories? She talked about the Jewish part specifically because she said she thought about Kanye West. And if she thought about Kanye West, then you should be able to come on the Piers Morgan show and stand in what you believe. You should be able to come on the Kanye West or the Piers Morgan show and talk about the specific Kanye West conspiracy theories that you believe are wrong and should be able to be talked about. That's what you should be able to do. But if you can't do that, it's because you're being bad faith here. You know what you're doing. I don't like the act of playing dumb. People are smarter than that. So